Charter Communications, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. This evening, via tape delay from Bill Power Stadium here, the home of the Uniontown Red Raiders, we get the 2001 high school season underway with the crosstown rivalry game between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Along with Jerry Dupay, I'm John Kazarick, and welcome aboard for another night of high school athletics right here on your South Union Township Sports Network. It's a rainy night, but we're anticipating one heck of a ball game here this evening. And before we come back with a look at the starting lineups, we do want to remind you that South Union Township Sports Network coverage, as always, being brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rock Koval, and Tom Frankhauser, Charter Communications under the direction of Jim Corwin, and of course our main man down at CUTV, Mr. J.R. Wheeler. I'm John Kazarick with Jerry Dupay, South Union Township Sports Network coverage from Uniontown. Intensified here over the last 10 minutes, and it is a literal monsoon out there at this point. Hopefully, with 55 minutes to go here before the opening kickoff, the sky will clear and the rain will abate somewhat. Let's very quickly take a look now at the Uniontown Red Raiders under head coach John Fortuna, his 7th year with the program, coming off a 5-5 mark last year with the WPIL playoff appearance for the first time in 20 years, losing to Thomas Jefferson. The starting lineup now for John Fortuna's ball club. Let's go to the middle. Jason Carter, number 62, a 6'1", 275-pound senior, is your center. The guards, they're big, they're good, and they're young. Harry Kaufman, number 54, he's 6'3", 265, and a junior. And Adam Usika, number 56, he's 6'3", 245, likewise a junior. Your tackles, you can look for Terrence Dewey Company, number 71, 5'9", 340, he's a senior, with Brent Carroll, number 59, at 6'2", 215, a senior, and Mike Lane Varsky to spell them off. He's 6'5", 220, and a junior. Your tight end is a good one, Adam Bozick, number 9, 6 foot, 185-pound senior. De'Aaron Jenkins will be the split end. He's 6'1", 175 pounds. He's a senior. He'll be backed up by number 19, Chris Jacobs, a 6'2", 175-pound senior. They'll go basically with a full house T or a power I, and they've got some big backs in behind. Carl Farrell, he's number 5, 6'1", 190. He's a senior. Eric Sampson, the sophomore, will back him up. Eric is number 12. At the fullback position, when they go to the straight T, it'll be Greg Leonard, number 31, a 240-pound sophomore. Then we come to the meat of the running attack, Kevin McLee, who rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. He's 6'1", 230. He's a senior. And Billy McLee, number 25, he is 6'1", 180, and he's a sophomore. And they'll be backed up by Todd Jackson, a 5'9", 165-pound junior. We'll be back to set the Laurel Highlands Mustang starting lineup for you. South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. We'll look now at the Laurel Highlands High School starting lineup here tonight under head coach Jack Beener. 1-9 last season, with the only win coming at the expense of Albert Gallatin, and lost a tough one to the Uniontown Red Raiders in the opener after leading by 2 touchdowns at the half. Uniontown exploded in the second half and came back to win it by 2 touchdowns. Starting here tonight in the middle, Dave Pokratsky. He is number 68, and Big Dave is 6'3", 230, and he is a senior. At the guard positions tonight, look for Sean Sumi, number 62, 6'1", 220, a senior, and Jerry Powell, 6'1", 225-pound senior, number 56. They'll be backed up by Bobby Urban, number 71, and Justin Mishiak, number 75. The tackles, Matt Liptalk, a 240-pound junior, number 53, and J.T. Stefanik, number 79, 6'4", 235. He is a sophomore. Brian Mason, number 76, a 245-pound sophomore, and Scott Williams, a 210-pound junior, will back them up. Your tight end is Nathan Force. He can play just about anywhere. Big Nate is 6'5" and weighs about 210, and a legitimate Division I prospect. He'll be backed up by number 33, Josh Reed, a 6'1", 212-pound senior. Your split end will be Garrett Brain, number 19, 5'11", 165-pound senior, and your flanker will be Santino Sloboda, number 3, 6'1", 165-pound senior. Last year had 45 catches. Brain had 35, I believe, and Force with 25. So this is a dynamic passing attack here that LH has, not only with quarterback Matt Humbert with a very deep wide receiver set, and also Antoine Cox moves into the mix here tonight. He's number 30, a 5'9", 155-pound, very talented junior. Your running backs, look for Flo, number 32, Brian Florkovich, 5'8", 155-pound senior, and Chaz Pinkney, number 29, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. Mike Elias, a junior, will back them up along with Justin Lucky and possibly even Tony Patitucci. Your starting quarterback threw for 1,100 yards last year. It's just a sophomore. 6'3", 195, junior number 18, Matt Humbert, with Mike Elias backing him up. Number 23, a 6 foot, 205-pound junior. You can also look for Tony Patitucci, number 47, a 5'10", 155-pound junior, just in to LH this year. Down below, the pregame festivities continue, and that, my friends, is going to wrap up our pregame show. I'm John Kazarek with Jerry Dupay, and over to my right here tonight, we've got my son Jeff, who's going to help us out with some stats this evening, and we'll be coming back with the opening kickoff. We've got the toss, coin toss coming up as South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. As the captains move towards midfield to meet with the officials. Your officials here today, a local crew. The referee is Dick Krieger, umpire Jimmy Wood. It will be linesman Kirk Foster, Tom Segment, the line judge, back judge Ken Milliken, and your field judge Randy Schaefer. Out there for Laurel Highlands, we can see number 3, Santino Sloboda, Jerry Powell, number 56. I think Chuck Pickney, and looks like David Pokratsky. For the Raiders, you've got number 30, Kevin McLee. You've got number 5, Carl Farrell. And taking a look also, number 9 is Adam Bozek. So the officials meeting with the captains. We've got the coin toss coming, and we'll be underway here very shortly. And the rain has abated, and in fact, it is stopped entirely down on the turf. Earlier talking with Dick Krieger, and the playing conditions will not be hampered that much other than a wet and slippery football. Key tonight going to be along the line. There's no question about it. Laurel Highlands likes to go through the air, and they're going to have to, I think, establish somewhat of a running game. Otherwise, Uniontown will be able to pin their ears back and come after them all night long. So here we go with the opening toss. LH has won the toss, will defend the goal to our right. The Raiders, in their traditional maroon and white, will defend the goal to our left and kick off from left to right. Handling the kickoff chores here today for the Uniontown Red Raiders, it will be, I believe, Chris Petrushka, number 14. Petrushka will tee it up. LH will defend the goal to our right. Not quite the crowd we expected, and you can attribute that directly and totally to weather conditions. They anticipated close to a packed house down here, and had they had the weather that we had hoped for, you probably would have got very close to that. Jack Beener meeting with his squad, and right down here below us, you've got Uniontown and John Fortuna. Both teams are pumped, both coaches are pumped, and we, my friends, are just about set to go. If you're watching this game Saturday afternoon, remember, we will also televise it Sunday evening at 6 o'clock right here on CUTV, Charter Communication Channel number 21, home of your South Union Township Sports Network. Wednesday night, we will have Laurel Highlands soccer, as the soccer team got underway with their season on Friday. Just played earlier today against Southmoreland. We'll have the Mount Lebanon section opener for you next Wednesday night. Going center deep for LH is number 32. That will be Florkovich. I believe Pinkney up in front of him. And I believe also might be Patitucci, the near back, standing at about the 15-yard line. So we await the whistle. And my friends, we are underway with high school football 2001. The run-up, and it's a squib kick right down the middle. Going to be fielded by one of the up-backs for LH. That's Keith Downs. And Downs will get him good field position out to the 43-yard line before making the tackle there for the Uniontown Red Raiders is number 55, Jeremiah Ditmore. So LH will come out over the football. It'll be Pokratsky, Sumi, and Powell with Liptok and J.T. Stefanik in there as the offensive line. There's big number 79 right in your screen. That's J.T. Beside him, 62, is Sean Sumi, and out over the football comes Dave Pokratsky. Wide outs left and right. One back set. Florkovich is in the one back set as Humbert on first down and 10 is going to drop back. Setting up, going to air it out deep downfield. Man coming open, and Sloboda's got it, and he's out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Santino Sloboda got in behind the coverage and driven out of bounds deep downfield by Chris Jacobs. So that one is a big one, a pass completion of 10, 20, 30, just about 40 yards, 36 on the play. So LH comes out throwing on first down, and give that offensive line some credit as they pass protected very well. First down at the 19-yard line. This drive began, I believe, at the 38-yard line. So out over the football comes LH. Hash mark to the right side
wide side left, and that's where they'll send Garrett Brain. So out over the ball they come, and Humbert under center. Two backs set in behind, and he'll hand it off up inside, and rocking and rolling straight ahead for some yardage. Tough yardage is Pinckney, and Pinckney will get about 3, maybe 4 before he is stacked up. Bottom of the pile, Kevin McClee, the middle linebacker, and also there, big number 56, Adam Usika. So a gain on the play, what, Jeff, of about 3? We'll call it second down and 7. Put it down at the 17-yard line as Pokraski leads them out at the 11:20 mark. Just underway, LH striking big on their first play of the game. A 36-yard connection and got him into scoring position. 4-down territory. Back, set, fire, man open into flat. He's got Force, and Force goes inside the 10. And let's see where he gets to. They may mark him out of bounds at about the 12 or 13. So the pass completed to Nathan Force. And making the hit was Joe David. So a gain on the play of 4 more. So it brings up 3rd down and 3. They are in 3-down territory. Clock stopped as they go out of bounds at the 11:08 mark. Opening drive, LH moving it right down the field smartly, and Pokraski comes out over the football. Sloboda comes wide to the left side. Brain will set up inside him, and they will split, I believe, Force to the wide side. Split back, set, back, looking, firing, over the middle. Ball tipped and almost intercepted. Ball knocked down nicely. So that brings up 4th down. I thought LH on that play might go with a draw. And substitution for LH, Josh Reed, number 33, checks in. Saw his grandmother here earlier today, and let's see if LH goes with 2 tights. So it's 4th down and about 3. This is a very, very big play right here. LH hates to squander this scoring opportunity, and Reed will set up now. Out here wide to the right side on 4th down and 4. They're going to go up inside and get it off to Florkovich, and he gets absolutely nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary, Carl Farrell led the charge, so that drive comes to Cropper. So Farrell and McClee, the linebackers. So it will be a threat, and that's it, just a threat, as the Raiders take over 1st down and 10 at their own 18-yard line. No score. Raiders offensively will show Jason Carter as the center, Musika and Kaufman at the guards. Saw Ted Musika here earlier, and he's fired up about this one. Did a great job down here as a volunteer coach this year with the Raiders. They'll go full house backfield. That's Big Greg Leonard, the lead back. And a handoff goes up inside McClee, big hole, and he rips across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, picks up about 14 yards. Keith Downs from the secondary makes the stop. Downs and Strange in that secondary, and gain on the play of, well, we'll call it 14. Put it down at the 27-yard line. Full house again, this time a power I. Farrell under center. And a little counter to the left side. McClee's got running room out to the corner. He's at the 35, turns at the 40, and rocks and rolls ahead, carrying people with him to the 47-yard line. And again, it's Keith Downs on the stop, and that's not good when your secondary is coming up making your tackles. So a gain on the play of about 17, we'll call it 18. So give him what, Jeff, 32 yards on 2 carries and 2 first downs. LH has picked up 1 first down to this point. That coming on that long pass play. So Uniontown, you see the difference. LH goes through the air. Uniontown likes to pound it. Farrell now with 2 tights and a full house. Give it up inside, and the big guy, Leonard, hits up inside, and LH finally makes the good hit. Force inside, along with, I believe, Pokraski makes the hit. Gain of about 3. So second down and 7 at the 10-10 mark. There is no score, but Uniontown now on the move right at midfield. LH taking the opening kickoff, drove to a first down inside the 25-yard line, but came up short on, gave it over on downs at the 13. So Farrell's out, Farrell's set, second back, big hole McClee. He may break this one all the way. Breaks the tackle, he's to the 30, cuts against the grain, and he is going to be ripped down at the 19-yard line. And again, Downs and Strange were back there, but it was Downs making the touchdown-saving tackle along with Brain. So a huge gain on the play to the 18-yard line. Patitucci was also there, and gain on the play 10, 20, 31 yards on the play. 3 carries and 64 yards. as this offensive line controlling the action right now. Carl Fowler under center, and the Raiders do not like what they see, and they ask for and they get a timeout. So there's timeout on the field at the 9:32 mark. No score, and South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. Boy, if they could have got in. We are back and ready to roll following the timeout as Jason Carter comes out over the football for the Raiders. This drive began where, Jeff? Back at the 13-yard line, I believe, 14-yard line. So I'll tell you, that line of Carter, Musica, Kaufman, Kopney, and either Carroll or Langvarsky doing the job, along with the tight end Adam Bozick. And he is split out just a couple of yards now. It comes in tight on the right side. Handoff goes up inside. McClee has a hole, and he's going to keep dragging people to the 11-yard line. And he's driven out of bounds. No, they'll say he stayed in. Gain on the play of about 7. And Pokratsky, I believe, making the hit along with Jerry Powell. So the Raiders have taken it now to the 12-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it second down now and 3 at the 9:07 mark. Defensive secondary now for LH shows Mike Elias out here as one of the corners now steps up as a defensive end. A little bit of stunt along the line. They hand it off up inside, and hitting in there comes number 25, Billy McClee. And Billy gets close to first down yardage. Let's see where they spot it down. It looked like Steve Strange might have made the hit. And he has the first down. Let's look and see. Patitucci also there. They're going to look, and first down. So it'll be first and goal now as the clock is reset. And out over the football comes Carter. Carl Farrell under center. They have not had to pass yet, and why would you? They've picked up yardage in chunks here that normally go. There's a hit up inside, and this time a nice job. LH stacks up McClee. I think it was Sean Sumi who made the hit. It looked like number 62. Sean Sumi stops him dead at the 8-yard line, so second down. Maybe that'll give him a lift. Trying to see who we got out there right now. JT Stefanik, number 79, along the defensive line. Sumi, number 62, also there. So second down now. Handoff, fake. Here comes Farrell, tripping, then going to the corner. Turns the corner and does a great job of maintaining his feet. Gets to the 4-yard line. I tell you, almost lost his footing back across the 10-yard line, but he moves it ahead to the 4-yard line. Steve Strange up from the secondary to make the hit. And officials timeout. Dick Krieger indicating wants an adjustment here, maybe an equipment timeout. As we said, a very veteran, a very good crew. Dick Krieger, Jimmy Wood, Kurt Foster, Tom Segman, Ken Milliken, and Randy Schaefer. So here's a big play now, 3rd and 4. Boy, if they could have, if LH had been able to get to Farrell as he stumbled, that could have been a very big play. So both teams have threatened. Uniontown was able to thwart LH. Let's see if LH can return the favor. Farrell is out and set with a full house backfield, and the handoff goes to McClee, and he just walks into the end zone for the touchdown. So McClee all on the ground. They march it. This one comes at 7:40 of the first quarter, and the play itself, I believe, covers 4 yards. 4-yard run by Kevin McClee. And that, my friends, was 86 yards all on the ground. So the PAT attempt is coming now from Cal Clay. Here's the snap. It's on the tee. The kick is up, and it is, I believe, wide left. So as they go back up the field at the 7:40 mark of the opening quarter, Uniontown 6, LH nothing. Chris Petruska will tee it up, and he's going to lay it flat. So Florkovich back at the 10 should probably move up around the 15-yard line, because the last time he just punched it downfield where the return was picked up there by Patitucci. So here we go. And the whistle, and the Raiders leading it. This one is bounced down the middle and bounces off of Keith Downs' hands. He gets it for the second time. Comes up the right side and gets to the middle, and now gets to the 32-yard line. And gang tackle down by the Raiders. So LH will have it at the 32-yard line. First down and 10. LH. we felt coming in they were going to have to throw and throw often. And on their first series of downs, what'd they throw, Jeff? 4 times, I believe, 2 completions, 2 for 3. And 41 yards. Boy, it would have been big if they'd been able to get in. Now out over the football they come with Pokratsky. He'll send Force, who has 1 catch on the night. Wide to the right side. We'll go number 3, Santino Sloboda. Under center, and he's straight back. No doubt about this. Rolling right, firing upfield. Has Sloboda wide open. And he steps out of bounds at the midfield stripe. He could have broken that one all the way. Some coverage breakdown there. If he'd have kept in bounds, he's gone. So that play covers, what, 20 on the nose. So that'll take it out to the 48-yard line. So LH moving the ball through the air. This drive beginning at the 32-yard line, and they move it 20 yards on the first play. Good job. I think it was Pinckney that picked up a blitz on the corner. So under center now, Humbert. He's having a big ball game to this point. Handoff up. Oh, a little pitch. Florkovich lost the ball. Did he get on it? And I think he did. And I'll tell you, they might have that set up, Jeff. They ran a little dive inside, fake, and Florkovich couldn't quite get the handle. Otherwise, I think he's got the corner, and he's got blazing speed. So that'll come up now to the 44-yard line. A loss on the play of 7. Second down now and about 17 as we played the 6:57 mark opening quarter. Raiders on top 7-0. Pokratsky out over the football. Coming wide to the left side now is Garrett Brain. He's a dangerous receiver. Back looking. They're going to fire a little fade up the field here. And knocked away. Well covered, as getting to the coverage was number 20, De'Aaron Jenkins. Pass incomplete. He got his hands on it, but Jenkins with good coverage. That'll bring up 3rd and long now. 3rd down now, and about 17 yards to go. Put it back at the 44-yard line. LH has hit a couple big pass plays. And you expect Humbert to do a lot of this all season long, and so far the pass protection has been good. Wide right and twins to the left side. 2 back set, back, and a fire outside here. Sloboda makes the catch, and he's ridden down by De'Aaron Jenkins. Back to just about the original line of scrimmage. Gain on a play of about 9. Bring up 4th down. And 4th down and 9. I tell you, LH moving the ball well through the air. But a couple of breakdowns on the 2 possessions, force them to give it up on downs, and now Elias will have to kick it away. Bozick and Farrell back deep. Time called, late getting onto the field. LH missing a man, and that'll cost him a timeout. So timeout on the field with 6:02 remaining, and South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with the score: Uniontown 6, LH nothing. We're back now. 4th down, and LH will kick it away. Pinckney is the near back. I don't think you fake it here, and they don't. Elias gets away, driving spiral, headed towards Bozick, and he will grab it and now come to the outside, has a blocker. Oh, nice tackle downfield. Antoine Cox, number 30, lowered the boom at the 15-yard line. He torpedoed him. Nice job there by Cox as he flattened him. So put this one down at the 15-yard line, so just about where they started the last time. Poor field position, but the last time they marched it 87 yards. Try and set that LH defense for you. We have a little bit better look at it right now. We can see number 23. That's Mike Elias, one of the defensive ends. Inside of him is JT Stefanik. And on 1st down, Farrell. And Farrell comes to the right side, looking for the corner, cuts upfield, and is going to be hit hard. And now breaks out of there, picks up good yardage. Finally making the hit was Strange, along with Brain, and to get the 1st down, he sure did. Farrell comes out, picks up about 15 yards, actually 14 on the play, and that's his 2nd carry of the night. Make it now a 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line. Jason Carter comes out very quickly. Boy, they're just going two tights with Jenkins and Bozick, and they're just going to run it right at you until you stop him. And a handoff to McLee, and McLee is on his way, and he is knocked down again by number 40, Steve Strange. But I'll tell you, Strange is making the tackles a good 10 to 15 yards downfield. It's okay if your defensive backs are making the hits when they're coming up and stringing something out and getting to them near the line of scrimmage, but they're just blowing such big holes through the interior of that line. First down and 10 at the 42, so they move it from the 15 to the 42, and another big hole, and this time comes Billy McLee's on his way. McLee is ridden down, fumble, and I think LH got on it. Let's see who got on it. And the officials, they're going to rule it down. And let's see, they converge, and LH football on the fumble. Did not see who got on it. Did not see. I don't know if Jared 17 got on it for LH. And making the recovery, Keith Downs. So Downs makes the fumble recovery, and it's LH ball at the 30-yard line. Fumble recovery by Downs. So good job there as Downs makes the recovery, and LH will have it first down and 10 now at the 30. They've moved it well through the air, but as we said, on the ground, it's going to be tough. Here's Humbert, going to be one of the finer quarterbacks around. He's going to pitch left side. Florkovich dips in, dips out, and he's going to be slammed to the ground. Coming up, Kevin McLee makes the hit. So that's why he was an all-stater. Gives you some evidence there. Looked as if Flo might have the corner. Second down and 12. Saw his mom and dad here earlier. And I'm sure his uncle, Jerry Waltz, watching in here tonight. Jerry played a lot of ball back in the 60s at North Union. I think it was under head coach Fred Bott, and they had some good ball clubs back then, no question. Second down now and long. Loss on the play of 1 as they reset it. Under center is Humbert. Humbert straight back, has some time, rolls outside, contained, fires upfield, and he's got his man close to the first down, and Sloboda makes another grab. Gain of 8 on the plays, ridden down by Jacobs. So that will be a gain on the play of 9 and bring up third down and about 2. I tell you, I think it's Pinckney that's doing a nice job, Jeff, picking up on the penetration. And he has done a great job sealing and letting Humbert get the time that he needs. Third down and about 2. LH is yet to go to the shotgun. Humbert is under center. Humbert is back. Humbert is going to fire outside. He's got Sloboda again. He slips a tackle, lost the football, and let's see. Did it go out of bounds? It did. So LH will pick up the first down on the play. Gain of about 5. Jenkins makes the hit. They go from the 38 to the 43, so a 5-yard pickup and a first down for LH. Boy, I'll tell you, they're finding some holes in that secondary. And Sloboda, how many catches right now? He's got at least 4. He's got 5 catches. And wide to the right side, we'll go Santita, 77 yards. So Sloboda off to a good start as we play to the 3:38 mark. Handoff goes up inside, and wide ahead, straight ahead, comes Pinckney, and he is stopped by McLee. And also there is De'Aaron Jenkins and Bozick. Gain on the play of 6, so that's the biggest positive we've had on a running play. Pickup of 6, and Pinckney last year showed good form. 3:16 to go. The clock turning, and LH trailing the Uniontown Red Raiders 6-0. Ball was put down at the 48-yard line. Out over the ball comes Pokratsky. Sloboda goes wide to the right. Brain is inside of him as a slot receiver. Nathan Force comes out here wide to the left side. Humbert straight back, rolling outside, contained, has some running room. Going to fire upfield, man, coming open. It's complete. All the way downfield. This goes to Brain. He's to the 20-yard line. What a throw. Play from the 48, 10, 20, about 30 yards. Brain driven out of bounds. And they're knocking again at the 20-yard line. Put it at the 21-yard line. Pickup of what, Jeff? 28 on the play, so first down and 10. LH at the 2:49 mark. Clock is stopped as Humbert is out and set now. Got a slot receiver and a slot back set left. They hand it up inside, nowhere to go as number 62, Jason Carter, makes the hit on Florkovich. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll be second down and 9. Carter shooting through nicely. Looking at that secondary, Farrell is the deep man back there. Jackson, number 23, is on the corner. They'll play one deep safety, and here's Jackson now coming on against Sloboda. Force will come out and go against De'Aaron Jenkins. The key here is give him time. And he's back, fires outside. He's got his man Brain, and Brain is ahead to the 14-yard line. Driven out of bounds by Farrell. Third down and 3 now in 4-down territory at the 2:05 mark. I tell you, 8 for 10 for 88 yards so far. I tell you, great start here for Matt Humbert. I tell you, got some great receivers. Brain, just like picking an apple, just went up and snapped that baby down. And they've given Humbert tremendous time. Billy Beaner down here below wants a timeout. Won't get it. Humbert straight back, looking, firing, and got his man. Touchdown! Touchdown, Nathan Force, I believe, in the end zone. Nathan Force takes it in from 13 yards out. 13-yard pass to Force, and I tell you, what a offensive show here we've had through the air by LH and Uniontown on the ground. So here is the PAT for the lead. Let's see, in to attempt it will be Robert Kale. The snap is a good one. It's on the tee. The kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. So at the 1:59 mark, LH takes the lead 7-6. South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with the score: Laurel Highlands 7, Uniontown 6. Teeing it up will be number 39, Robert Kale. LH drove that ball 70 yards after a fumble recovery by Keith Downs, and all but 7 yards of that drive were on through the air, and the touchdown coming to Nathan Force. Play that covered 13 yards, and the PAT by Kale was good. So Kale will tee it up, and he's got a pretty strong leg. This guy gets better and better every year. Got Farrell standing at the 15. McLee up in front of him, and looking to see who's to the far side there. So here comes the whistle. Kale will approach it and hits it fairly high and backs up Uniontown. The ball dropped by De'Aaron Jenkins. He's got a hole coming straight up the middle, goes to the outside, and Reed makes the stop. Good job there by number 33. Reed on the hit. Josh Reed, the 6'1", 212-pound senior, makes the hit. So it'll be first down and 10 now. Put it down at the 26-yard line. You can see Jerry Powell in there, 56, making the defensive call. Elias, number 23, Brain out here. Powell will be in the middle, along with Nathan Force. They're going with a 5-2. And the handoff goes up inside. This time, dipping to the outside comes McLee. And Billy gets tough yardage. Did a nice job getting outside. Might have been Stefanik on the hit along with Powell. Gain of 5, second and 5 as we go to the 134 mark. David Pokratsky also there. Tough to get some of the read here. I'll tell you, it looks like Frankie Faust, 86, is the nose tackle. Uniontown may have jumped. No, the handoff, McLee straight up the gut. He's got big running room and just bowling people over. And finally making the hit. Let's see who made the hit for LH. Looked like Keith Downs again, or was that 47, Patitucci. So Patitucci makes the hit and out to the 45-yard line. Big gain. Moves it beyond midfield, and I tell you, it's up and down. Two different styles, and Uniontown successful with the run, LH successful with the passing attack. Here's the full house set in behind as Farrell's got him out, got him set with two tights. And a handoff goes this time to number 30, Kevin McLee. And McLee bowls his way ahead to the 36-yard line. Steve Strange, number 40, making the stop. That's going to be close to a first down. That was Kevin McLee, number 30. Gain on the play of 9. And number 20, I think it was 25, Billy McLee on the previous carry. Yeah, I think. I tell you, we'll just give it to McLee. And they run up a ton of yardage. Second and very short. Farrell, option, right side, turning the corner, makes a nice move, and he slammed to the turf. Good job there. Coming up to make the hit for LH is Matt Painley, number 37, but he got the first down. Also, I believe Powell was in the area. 17 seconds to go, and that, Jerry, I think is going to do it for the quarter. The Raiders will stay back in the huddle. So first quarter has come to an end with the score. LH 7, Uniontown 6, and South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues following Humbert with what, Jeff? 9 of 11 for 99 yards, and the Raiders with 179 yards, all of it on the ground. So offensive show, to say the least, and neither team able to stop the running attack of Uniontown and unable to stop the passing attack of LH. So Jason Carter leads them out. 3-back set. This is a good one as we start the second quarter. Handoff. Oh, LH this time. There's Powell at the line of scrimmage and going ahead for a couple of yards. However, I believe McLee. Let's see. Powell was there to make the hit. Short gain on the play, but actually good effort because he was hit at the line. Actually got ahead for a yard. Kevin McLee picks up 1. Scott Williams also in there, I believe, number 56. We did see Powell. We're set back in the press box. Tough to get a real good read on this. On the player identification. This is boy when you like to see a monitor. Second back. This time, nothing doing as McLee is hit. And let's see who makes this hit. That's number 86, Frankie Faust, making the stop. Good hit by Faust. So third down now and 8. Faust will check out. Now let's see if Uniontown elects to go to the air. They have not done anything yet through the air, and there's no reason for them to do so until this point. Third down and 8. This is a big play for both squads. It's at the 30-yard line. Full house backfield set. Carter under center. And we got a whistle. LH may be in the neutral zone. Let's see. Could be one of the LH linemen in the neutral zone. No, it's going to go against the Raiders. So let's see. The linesman making the call. False start. It goes against Uniontown. Try and see. Try and set that defense for you. There's Pokratsky. Don't have high enough angle to really see. Jerry could probably give us a much better look if we had the monitor here. Okay, Reed is your defensive end on the near side here. So here's a big play here. Third down and 14. Farrell now for the first time. They go with splits. Pierre Jenkins splits out. LH coming. Looking to run now is Farrell. Looking for the corner. Nice little step back cut. And he's going to be hit and hammered down. Good job there by 71, Bobby Urban and Sean Sumi leading the charge. So it's going to be fourth down now and about 13. Farrell. Patitucci was also there. Patitucci, number 47, on the corner. Number 19, Brain, is going to be back deep. Strange is back there along that line. Trying to see who we can spot. I see Reed over here, near side, and Elias. And big play here, 4th and 12 now from the 35-yard line at the 9:50 mark. They're going to go straight back to throw. Looking, pressure coming. Steps out 1, steps out 2. He's got running room. He's got blockers ahead. And he's going to get the first down, I believe. Going to be very close, depending on the spot. Oh, Farrell should have been sacked 2, maybe 3 times. Steve Strange made the hit, but boy, that's the kind of play you cannot give up. And it is a first down, so Farrell keeps him alive. Athletic ability right there, scrambles ahead, and that could be a game breaker as you look back. LH had all the pressure they needed on him. just couldn't put him away, and that's a tribute to Carl Farrell. Officials timeout. They're going to warn the Uniontown sideline. So there is a key play right there. You had him stopped, 4th down and 12. You had the quarterback sacked. And then when he got outside contained, he had some blocking. And give him a lot of credit as he was able to pick it up to the 21-yard line. Needed the 22 and just did get it at the 9:06 mark. Uniontown. Out over the ball comes Carter. Farrell under center. Got a full house backfield. Handoff goes to McClee. He's to the 10-yard line, and he's got a first down. Making the hit, number 37, Painley. And number 40, Steve Strange. I'll send greetings out to Steve Strange Sr. Had the opportunity to play some golf with him. And big LH fan, no question about it. So a gain down to the 10, and that was Billy McClee, 25 on the carry. First down, put it down at the 10, or is it goal to go? Yeah, they've dropped the stick, so it is goal to go at the 10-yard line. 8:50 on a turning clock. Kaufman, Usika, and Carter, those 3 interior linemen doing a heck of a job here tonight. And the handoff will go to McClee. He's to the 5, to the 3, to the 2, and a touchdown. McClee takes it in 10 yards. This one comes at 8:38 of the second quarter. And it was a 10-yard run by Kevin McClee. Drive kept alive by a 4th down scramble by Farrell. So they'll attempt the PAT. And they're going to go for 2. So trying to make it a 14-7 game. Farrell sends Billy McClee in motion. And the handoff goes straight up the gut and walking in. Is that McClee? It is. So McClee for the 2 makes it 2-point play, and at the 8:38 mark, South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with the second quarter score, Uniontown 14, LH 7. How long was it? Recapping that one, about a 75-yard drive, all on the ground, and a key play on a 4th down and 12. 13-yard pickup by Carl Farrell to keep the drive going, and the 10-yard run by McClee, Kevin McClee, and a 2-point run by Kevin to make it 14-7. So laying it flat is Petruska. LH sending, I believe, Florkovich deep. Or that's Patitucci. As Petruska lays it, kicks it straight up the middle, and this one will bound to Patitucci. He's at 20, 25, dips the outside 30, turns a corner 35, and out of bounds as he'll go to the 30-yard line. First down and 10. LH in good field position at the 40-yard line. Patitucci has some good speed. Gets outside. So LH sets up at the 40. So 60 yards away from go-ahead points at the 8:29 mark, and it's on the hash mark to the right side. At offensive front, we can see Matt Liptalk now on the right side here. Out over the ball comes Pokratsky. And they've got trips to the left side now. 2 slot receivers and a wide out set left. Forrest lines up as a tight end to the right side. Back, looking, rolling outside. Nice job by Florkovich to block. And Humbert is going to be sacked for the first time here today. Let's see who got to him. Trying to see, might have been Langvarski, number 51. And also there, number 56, Musika. So second down and 12. Into that secondary, after getting a call at the bench, comes Carl Farrell. He's the safety. Now you got wide receivers to the right, Sloboda. And Joe David will draw coverage. They're going to triple, go 3 on 2. Little throwback screen set up nicely. And Pinckney coming up the sideline, going to get the first down to the 50-yard line. Knocked off his feet by Alan David. Needed 12, and I think he got exactly that. And it is a first down. How many first downs now for LH? That's number 7. So they're at the 50-yard line. And are they going to confer? I don't know. We got a flag? They have not moved the sticks yet. The official's conferring. He got the call for the first down. And let's see what we got. No indication yet, so something's a-brewing down there. Oh, there's something against LH, it looks like. They're talking with the Uniontown huddle. And let's see the mark off. It's coming back. Well, that was a late flag because we had the indication of first down. Oh, that's a killer right there. And this is a big one. Coming back, holding against LH. First penalty of the evening, and that one is huge because LH was looking at 1st and 10 at the 50. They're looking at 2nd and 17 now. Back at about the 33-yard line. The clock is turning at the 7:34 mark. I want to remind you that throughout the season we'll have LH high school football each and every Sunday night. And Wednesday night we're going to have some soccer for you. We're also going to try and get some girls soccer and junior high athletics here on your South Union Township Sports Network. Sloboda in motion to the short side. They're going to come back on the little reverse fake. And up inside, nothing doing. They tried this play in the scrimmages where I saw Sloboda on the fake, on the carry. That time they gave it up inside to Florkovich. They faked the reverse, and Flo was flattened. Carter and Musica, boy, that's a nice defensive front. So looking at 3rd down and 18 at the 6:48 mark. The clock is turning, and Uniontown leading it by the count of 14-7. Pokratsky has them out and set. You want to take as much time off the clock here. If nothing else, if you get a first down here, it gives a couple more minutes because we've not been able to stop that ground attack. Over the middle, and the pass broken down by McLee. I tell you, had a streaking brain, I believe, and he was coming open, but a nice job by McLee to bat it down. So 4th down. Good job by Kevin McLee. He dropped back into the coverage and batted it away. So D.R. Jenkins will go deep with Farrell, and this should be Elias to punt from his own 34-yard line. 6:31 to go. Uniontown up 7. Boy, that penalty really hurt. Here's the snap. Gets it away. Nice high kick. Right side. Loose ball. And LH, I think, is on it. The ball popped free. And was that... I don't know. The return man will stay away. The fumble. Cox on the recovery. And LH in business again at the 6:21 mark at the 37-yard line. Turnover on the punt return. So LH with great field position at the 36-yard line. 1st down and 10. LH has had no running ability yet. No running success, I should say. They've got some ability there, but this Uniontown line has been tough as Pokratsky comes out. Sloboda goes wide to the right side. Under center now. Comes Matt Humbert. He's straight back. Little fly pattern over the middle. Man coming open. Touchdown! Nathan Force into the end zone for the score. He got in behind the coverage, and Farrell made the hit at the goal line, but it was too late. Force takes it 36 yards. I'll tell you, 36 yards to Force. And this one comes at the 6:13 mark of the 2nd quarter. A one-play, 36-yard drive set up by Cox's fumble recovery. And trying to go for the tie right now will be Kale. Snaps on the tee. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. And it, my friends, is good. So as they go back up the field, South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues from Bill Power Stadium, here the home of the Raiders. Your score, Uniontown 14, LH 14. Unofficial stats now, 10 of 13 for 166 yards and 2 TDs for Matt Humbert. And Force has the 2 catches for TDs, and he spread it around. I'll tell you, you've had catches by Pinckney. You've had several by Sloboda. Force has got at least 3. And Brain has, I think, 1 big catch, 2 catches. So teeing it up now is Robert Kale. The turnover, 1-play, 36-yard drive following the fumbled punt. And LH back in business, is tied it at 14. I've got to stop him here now. Kick is high, the kick is deep towards Jenkins at the 15. Dier has a hole. You can see it open right here, right now. He's coming all the way up to the 40, and he's down to the 35-yard line. Patitucci makes what is a touchdown-saving tackle. Boy, I tell you, you could see that one open. There was a lane coming straight open. Also, there I believe was Justin Lucky, number 43, but Patitucci there also. So first down and 10 now. Raiders in scoring position at the 33. First down and 10. Carl Farrell out. Carl Farrell set. Full house backfield. And a handoff goes to McLean. He's got a big hole. Breaks one, breaks two tackles, and rolls over the third one as Steve Strange and then Nathan Force makes the hit. McLean. Force makes the stop. Gain of about 12. He's got to be close to 200, 178, 118. 200 yards, I'm sure, close for the team because the other McLean and Leonard have picked up some yardage too. So it's first down and 10. Greg Leonard as the lead blocker in that full house backfield. He is something. First down and 10. Handoff, and Pokratsky's going to make the hit, and the collision on the play. It'll be second and 10. Also, there was Powell, Jerry Powell, number 56, and as they untangle at the bottom, number 37, Matt Painley. Painley's had a couple calls here tonight. Checking out of that lineup now comes JT Stefanik, the sophomore. Let's try and see who replaces him in there. And here's McLean. He's going to be hit down. Nice shoestring tackle. Let's see who made the hit. Was that Painley again? Painley, number 37. Matt Painley, the 5'11", 170-pound senior. Gain on the play of a couple. Third down now and 7 at the 4:33 mark. Number 771, Bobby Urban, seeing a lot of time in there right now. Big guy. Third down, full house. Handoff, Farrell keeps. Farrell hits up ahead. He's going to be short of the first down, but he's going to be fourth and short. Powell was there along with Urban. And I think Strange again, or was that Force? No, it was Strange. 14-14 at the 4-minute mark. Fourth down and 2. This is another huge play here for the LH defense. Last time Farrell burned him for 12 on a 4th and 11. Farrell's under center trying to keep this drive alive. Handoff goes nowhere. Knifing through. Let's see who made the play was Sumi and Powell. And LH is held. They will take over. First down and 10. Tied at 14 at the 3:40 mark. Big play by number 62, Sumi. Big play. Sean Sumi, number 62, coming through, and they stop McLean. That might be the first time, Jeff, he's been held to anything less than 5 yards. Great play by Sumi, the 6'1", 220-pound senior. Now, LH at the 3:40 mark, backed up at their own 15-yard line. And the handoff goes to Florkovich. He turns the corner. He's at the 20. He's at the 25, and he's got a first down. So Flo rips it out across there. Coming up to make it was Dier Jenkins, and the success of the passing game may eventually open up that running game because Uniontown has got to be ever so cognizant of the passing attack, and they've got to play it first, run second, and I think Jenkins may be shaken up a bit. He pointed to the sideline. He's limping. But Florkovich has that good speed. Now wide to the right side. Will come Brain. We're down to the 3:17 mark. Humbert makes the call. What do we got? We got a flag. And Uniontown's in the neutral zone, so march off of 5. So that's penalty there. 1st and 5. That's a big one. Offside Uniontown. Time at the 3:12 mark, and the clock will start. So give them a fresh, I don't know if it's 30 in high school or 25. Wide right comes Brain. Boy, that offensive line has done a nice job pass protecting. Just wish I could identify him better. Back, throwing, upfield, and Sloboda, well covered. Just had a glance off his fingers. And back there to make that play was Todd Jackson. Good coverage by Todd Jackson. I want to say hi to his mom, Tony Jackson, who I see periodically down at National City, one of our many fine sponsors of South Union Township Sports. Todd Jackson Jr., I believe Mr. Jackson also. Todd, so I want to say hi to Tony and make it a 2nd down now and 5. LH with the ball. Long count. It's going to be close to 5. So there's a delay. No, they were waiting for someone to jump. They get it to the outside to flow, and nothing there. So it'll be 3rd down now. The clock continues to run at the 2:44. Oh, he did get out of bounds. Florkovich lost a yard. 3rd down now. Other than that one burst, LH has not been able to move it. Okay, Powell shaken up. Into the lineup for LH comes Scott Williams, number 58. Just as lip talk I can see Stefanik. And 3rd down now and 7 at the 2:45 mark. Looking, firing upfield. This one hangs up. Brain can come back for it. He got it. He's at the 45-yard line. Great read on Brain. A lot of times at underthrown pass, the advantage goes to the receiver. And there to make the play was Chris Jacobs, number 19, but not before Brain picks up huge yardage on the play of what? And Brain with 3 catches for 59 yards, give him 25 on that play, and the clock continues to turn at the 45-second mark. 2:33 to go. The ball was underthrown, and the advantage and the adjustment made by the receiver. He has the advantage. Humbert is out and set. Straight back. He has time. Firing downfield, man coming open. He's got it. Nathan Force, touchdown. Touchdown. He got in behind De'Aaron Jenkins, and he takes it in for the score. He beat him straight up indeed down the field, and this one covers 45 yards, and LH takes the lead. Time remaining, 2:15. That play covers 45 yards to Force, and at the 2:15 mark of the 2nd quarter, LH will go for the PAT with Kale out of Florkovich's hold. Snap on the tee. The kick is up. The kick is good. So at the 2:15 mark, South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with the score. LH 21, Uniontown 14. They got to stop Uniontown here. The last time Jenkins on a kick return took it a long ways. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him lay it flat and try and squib it up there. Sloboda has 5 catches for 77. Brain has 3 for 59. Force has 4 for 103 TDs. And I think Pinckney has 1 catch for about 8. So here's the kickoff. Let's see if they kick it short. And he does. He squibs it right side. This one headed towards the sideline and out of bounds. So let's see where they'll mark it. It's out of bounds at the 25. I believe they bring it to the 35 on the out of bounds. So that drive of 85 yards, a 45-yard strike to Nathan Force, set up by the 4th down play. And I think it was Sean Sumi who made the big hit on McClee. As Uniontown going forward on 4th down from about the from the 15, and he was hit right at the line of scrimmage by Sumi, and I believe Powell got there also. So they'll move this ball out now to the 35-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10 now for the Raiders. You can't say enough about this offensive line. Pokratsky, Powell, Sumi, JT, Stefanik, Liptok, Scott Williams has gotten in there too. And here we go. Uniontown at the 35-yard line, and I'll tell you, they're a quick strike offense with their running attack. Carl Farrell is out. Carl Farrell is set. And a little reverse handoff goes up inside, and McLee downfield, dragging people, gets about 7. Painley, Patitucci on the hit. And what do we have? An injured ball player. They're signaling for the sidelines. Someone to come in. You get someone shaken up. Down at the 42-yard line. Let's see who's down for LH. 56 middle linebacker Jerry Powell coming out of there, but he comes out in a hurry, so he's coming with no assistance, so he's okay. Got to the sideline. He'll start the clock at the 2:03 mark. Uniontown, I believe, has used one timeout. Into that lineup now for LH. Number 34, Mike Georgiana, checks in. I'll tell you, Jason Carter, he comes sprinting out of there. I'll tell you that. That line of Carter, Musika, Kaufman, Kopney, and Carroll, and Langvarski doing well. Pressure coming from the backside, and I tell you, they can't get to Farrell. He steps out of 1-2, and down he goes, but he stays in bounds. I tell you, they had all the pressure they could get to him, but just unable to put it away. Patitucci makes the hit, and Josh Reed also there, but Farrell moves it ahead at the 1:41 mark. Clock will start. They're at the 49-yard line. Boy, they had him back there, but he's quick. Farrell, not your conventional drop-back passer, but he gets the job done with his feet. Back to throw now. Looking, firing. This one hangs up, might be intercepted, and out of bounds. Good coverage by Strange. Good coverage by Patitucci and Downs. It was intended for Dier. So second down now and 10 at the 125 mark. Jerry, do we have a California game coming in after us on Sunday night? CUTV's high school game of the week will follow on Sunday night. This game being seen 1 o'clock on Saturday and 6 o'clock Sunday. A lot of shuffling around back there. LH was not set. They got it to McLee with a big hole, and Painley will knock him down. Patitucci got to him, and Powell was right there too. McLee just, I tell you, LH was stunting, moving everybody to the left side, and Farrell called a quick play and got it moving to the opposite side where everyone had shifted from, and it results in a first down carry to the 34-yard line, down to a minute 16, a minute 15. Uniontown has at least 2 timeouts, I believe, remaining. So Carter comes out at the 109 mark. Very big play right here. They've got to stop him. Handoff goes to McLee, left side, and he's hit by Nathan Force and then over the top. I think that's Scott Williams making a hit, and it's down to 55 seconds to go. So Force and Williams combine on the hit. Also out there right now is Bobby Urban, number 71. And Uniontown wants and gets a timeout. So timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. Looking over here to my man Jerry Dupay in the camera booth to our left. We're about 20 feet away, and Jerry's got to give me a nod and let us know that we're ready to roll. As Farrell tries to fire up this crowd now. Second down and short. Motion this time comes from Todd Jackson. Back to throw, pressure coming, he's leveled, pass upfield, and a great catch by McLee. I'll tell you, Farrell was leveled on the play, but got it ahead, and a nice throw. Brain and Force on the hit, and they'll reset the chain and start the clock. Number 30, McLee, I believe, made the catch. So they're knocking at the 14-yard line, 40 seconds to go. Handoff goes to the left side, ball on the ground, and I think, oh, it's kicked out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds back across the 35-yard line. Let's see, it might have a flag. Okay. Ball was kicked all the way back to the 33-yard line. LH had a shot at it, and I think it might have been one of the LH kids who accidentally kicked it back to the 33-yard line. Jerry might have had a better view of it. So that's a big play. It goes all the way back to the 35-yard line with 29 seconds to go. So Uniontown has laid the ball on the ground several times here tonight, and it's hurt them. They were down around the 15-yard line. So this is a big defensive play here. You're down to 29 seconds to go. You want to go into that locker room up. Farrell coming straight back. He lost the football, picks it up, gets out of trouble. And oh, what a block. Oh, my goodness, what a hit on Brain. And I think the block was thrown by McLee. Did you see the block on Brain? It was unbelievable. 16 seconds to go. And I'll tell you, Kevin Harrison, that was, hey, Kevin, that was a blindside block. I think it was McLee threw it, right? But I'll tell you, did you see Brain jump right back up, though? Unbelievable. Brain got right back up like nothing hit him. 16 seconds to go. Boy, that was a big play there. And Uniontown has taken their final timeout. We'll be right back. Third down and about 30 yards to go. Nice play by Farrell. Boy, he really is elusive. Dropped the football, picked it up, and turned nothing into something. So here's third down. They're going to go throwing deep. Farrell straight back. Pressure comes over the middle. Jenkins can't hang on. Incomplete. He was open. Coverage late that time by Strange, and Strange got there and hit him and may have forced that ball loose. So fourth down, 12 seconds to go. Fourth and you might say goal to go here, because for them to get down to first down yardage inside the 5, it would probably take more than the 12 seconds up there. Let's watch and see. So here's perhaps your final play of the first half, and let's see what LH does with it. Uniontown with Farrell under center, and he's back. Pressure coming late, hangs this one up high. Jenkins is open, tipped away on a great play by Tony Patitucci. Whoa, and I'll tell you, Farrell was leveled also. Nice play by Patitucci as he got back. Jenkins, I thought, was coming open, and Farrell laid it out there nicely for him, but Patitucci broke it down. So I think if I'm LH right now, go to a knee. Don't risk anything. First down at the 30. LH takes over. This will be the final play with 5 seconds to go. See what LH does with it. Uniontown's got to be in a very, very deep prevent. And they are. Just go to a knee right here. Humbert under center and goes to the knee. And that, my friends, will do it. It's been an exciting, very entertaining first half of action. And Billy Beaner down here below us has done a fine job calling some plays here, not passing attack. So the score at halftime as South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. Your halftime score, LH 21 and Uniontown. As we come back, little technical difficulties here at halftime as we got the LH band down below, and we're going to get some stats to you very quickly. Laurel Highlands in the first half as they lead this ball game 21-14, picked up 10 first downs. Rushing yardage isn't a whole lot. 7 carries for 2 net yards for Florkovich. Pinckney with 3 carries, total of 9 yards. Humbert has been sacked a couple of times, -2, total of 9 yards offense through the ground. But passing wise, unreal. 12 of 16 for 236 yards and 3 TDs for the junior Matt Humbert. And receiving wise, you've got Sloboda 5 for 77, Brain 3 for 59, and Nathan Force has 4 for 100, and Pinckney had 1 catch in there for 9 yards. I believe might have come back because of a penalty, but we have 245 yards total offense for LH, 236 of those through the air. They've been penalized once for 5. Now for Uniontown, they picked up 14 first downs. Rushing wise, 17 carries for 125 for Kevin McLee. Billy McLee 7 for 76. Leonard has 1 carry for 2 yards, and Jackson had 1 carry in there for 4 yards. 260 yards rushing 1 of 3 for 14 yards passing-wise. McClee with the catch. 274 yards of total offense for the Uniontown Red Raiders. We're at halftime. 21-14 in favor of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and South Union Township Sportsnet coverage continues here at halftime with the score LH 21, Uniontown 14. The Brown Smiley Insurance Agency of Uniontown was established in 1933. Uniontown Red Raider High School Marching Band down below, and we'll let you watch and listen to some of their music as we bring you the scoring plays here in this 21-14 ball game. And taking a look at the scoring highlights, LH took the opening kickoff, hit the first play of the game, a deep sideline pattern, went deep downfield, and they got it to Sloboda for 36 yards. LH got to the 15-yard line, turned it over on downs. There, Uniontown mounted an 86-yard scoring drive, all on the ground. 4-yard run by McClee at the 7:40 mark of the first quarter. So LH trailed 7-0. Uniontown with a 6-0. The PAT was wide. LH then, after a fumble recovery by Keith Downs, drove it 70 yards and scored at the 1:59 mark of the first period on a 13-yard strike to force. Cale's PAT was good. It was a 70-yard drive, 63 yards through the air. That made it 7-6. That was the end of the scoring in the first quarter, and LH led going into that quarter by the count of 7-6. Uniontown in the second quarter mounted a 75-yard scoring drive, and boy, it was keyed on a great 4th down scramble by Carl Farrell when he, on 4th and 11, picked up 12 yards. A 10-yard run by McClee and the 2-point run by Kevin McClee gave Uniontown a 14-7 lead at the 8:38 mark. LH then, after a fumble recovery by Antoine Cox at the 6:13 mark, a fumbled punt, LH struck one play, 36 yards to Nathan Force again, and the PAT was good, and we were tied at 14. LH then was able to stop Uniontown on a great play by Sumi and Powell, and LH on 4th down stopped McClee at the line of scrimmage and mounted then an 85-yard scoring drive, a 45-yard strike to Nathan Force at the 2:15 mark, and the PAT was good, and that's where we stand. 21-14. Uniontown threatened late in the half, but LH was able to thwart that play, and LH goes into the locker room and in there right now leading at 21-14. There's the Uniontown band down below. I want to say hi to Scarlett Graham, who's one of the Silks down there, as she is there. And we'll watch Uniontown for just a few more minutes as the band continues to perform. Also want to say hi to Mallory McCune and her parents. She's also a member of the Silks. So we're going to wrap it up with halftime. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter as South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. The score, it's Laurel Highlands 21, the Red Raiders 14. Mom Maruka's Pizza, locally owned and operated since 1962, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of tonight's Area Youth Athletic event. A friendly pizza shop where pride of ownership shows, Francine and Jim Sampson assure you that you will receive quality food at the best prices in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and on Saturdays from 4 o'clock until 11 o'clock p.m. Lunch delivery is available Monday through Friday from 11 until 2 with your order normally ready within 15 minutes. We offer a Monday special featuring our 16-inch hoagie, the best hoagie in Uniontown, and our Saturday special features 2 8-cut, 2-topping cheese pizzas for only $9.99. Our employees are courteous and they are ready to prepare your special orders, and each order leaves our premises with a big hearty thank you as Jim and Francine truly appreciate your business. Mom Maruka should be your choice for homemade pizza, salads, subs, and more. That's Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, 265 North Gallatin Avenue here in Uniontown. Are you in the market for a new home? Then Jim Wolfslagle is the man for you. Jim is a lifelong resident of Uniontown, and he is an expert in all phases of the local real estate market. He is an associate broker with Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, and he is a member of the Fayette Board of Realtors. He is the second half, 21-14. LH on top, and they will tee it up with Kale. And looks like Jenkins is back deep. I think that's Jackson also back there. And I can't see the far side receiver. And they just kick a little squib down the middle, and its ball's loose on the ground. Loose still, and falling on it is number 31, Leonard, I believe. And that'll be at the 30-yard line. Good job by Leonard, as he was smart not. So here's a very big drive for Uniontown, and maybe even a bigger drive for Laurel Highlands. They have got to stop the Raiders here, and Uniontown will come out with that really strong offensive line. Boy, I like the way Jason Carter comes flying out of there. 56 Musica right beside him, the right guard. 71 is Copeney. And the handoff, and Farrell would have busted play, and he slammed to the ground. J.T. Stefanik is there to make the play. Big play by J.T. and a loss on the play of 2. Second down and 12 back to the 28-yard line. 11:34 to go. The clock is running, third quarter. That secondary shows Strange and Patitucci, I believe, back deep. Downs is out there also. So it's Downs and Strange deep. On the corners, you've got Brain and Patitucci. And in the middle, you've got Powell and Nathan Force. Second back, big hole. Here comes McLee and rips his way across the 50. So they make the good play on first down, and then Strange makes the hit. But a big gain on the play, taking it from the 28-yard line, 10, 20, about 30 yards. And move it at the 48-yard line, first down and 10. So LH had a win on first down, but that line blew a big hole in there as Farrell's got him out and has him set. Second back through, and comes McLee, and he is hit down after a gain of about 5. There is Elias and Nathan Force on the stop. 2nd and 5 now. Elias having a nice ball game. Try and set that defense. Boy, it's just hard to see. You got Elias and I think Stefanik and Reed along that defensive set, and I think might see Sean Sumi, 62. Under center, here comes the handoff, and they get it off to Billy McLee, and he's ripping out of there, and he picks it to the 31-yard line before he's stopped by Painley. Well, I tell you, this might be a game, Jeff, whoever has the ball last wins, because neither team has been able to stop each other. LH has gone through the air. Uniontown has gone on the ground. So looking to see now if we get a little better angle at that defensive line. It is the JT inside. Elias and Reed are the defensive ends. Saw Mary here earlier tonight. Handoff goes up inside, and McLee just ripping his way through. Force makes the hit. Reed makes the hit, and a gain of about 7. It'll be third down, and or second down rather now, and about 3, gain of 7. In there also right now for LH is number 58, Scott Williams, a junior. And a handoff goes to the outside, and big yardage again. Reed is there to make the hit. I think Force is there. But I tell you what, they're hitting up high and just going for the ride. You got to hit these guys with the shoulder pads. You are not going to stop McLee that way as he rolls ahead to another first down. 9:19 to go. This drive started back at the 30-yard line on the kickoff that was covered nicely by Leonard. As we said, Carter, Musica, Kaufman, Carroll, Copeney, and Langvarsky, along with Bozick and De'Aaron Jenkins, doing a great job of blocking up there. We'll highlight that LH line for you here on their next possession. Billy McLee again, and Reed making the hit. And picks up about 6 more. 8:50 to go. Jerry was talking to me before we got underway here, said this is a long game, but I'll tell you, they get drives like this. They've already taken close to 4 minutes off on this drive, all on the ground. So 2nd and 5 now. 21-14 LH as we play to the 8:30 mark of the third quarter. Under center, Handoff right side, McClee, he may score. No, he's hit down inside the 10. Painley makes the stop. Boy, I tell you, just at will. Here comes a substitution for LH. And on that defensive line, checking in comes number 71, Bobby Urban, the 5'10", 225-pound junior. So Williams is in there. Sumi is in there. Urban is in there. And they're at the 6. Handoff right side. McClee just going to walk in. Touchdown. McClee takes it in at the 7:59 mark. Wow. They wasted no time. 7:59 of the third quarter. McClee goes in for the score. 6-yard run by McClee. That was a 70-yard drive, all on the ground. And they're going to go for 2, I believe. They've had great success with the 2. And this is a big play here. Handoff goes up inside, and he did not get in. McClee is met at the line. Sumi was there to get to him. And let's see who else was there as they untangle. I think it was Elias and Powell and Strange at the bottom. So 21-20 is your score. McClee stopped. And South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with the score, LH 21, Uniontown 20. Chris Petrushka, number 14, will tee it up. Chaz Pinkney goes deep. Patitucci's back there. Haven't seen Flor. Is Florkovich in the middle there? Yeah, I think that's Florkovich at the 30. Painley is up there, number 37. And kick. Oh, look out. Oh, it's covered nicely by LH on the squib. I think that was David Friend, number 72, who made the play. Wow. We got a big break there because I don't think that was intentional. I think he just missed it. And, yeah, he lays it flat. Nice play by Friend at the 48-yard line. LH has good field position, and they lead at 21-20. 7:57 to go. Heck of a ball game, and they have been great ball games. LH had won 6 in a row prior to Uniontown winning the last 3, and the last 3 have all been classics. Uniontown coming from behind last year to win it. Got a late second field goal 2 years ago, I think it was Sean Ting, and the LH game 2 years ago. Here's the pass. It is hit and intercepted. This may go. McClee down the sideline. Florkovich in pursuit, and he will get him. Ball was tipped. McClee made the interception. And down near the 12-yard line. So McClee with a big INT, and that's the kind of play that can turn a game. McClee with an INT, and that was Billy McClee. Nice play by Billy on the pick. Set up at the 12. It's set up at the 12-yard line. Oh, big play there. 7:45 to go. Now the defense is really going to have to be tested here. They're going to have to rise to the challenge. And a handoff up inside, and McClee is down to the 2-yard line, and he's going to be close to the first down sticks. Boy, he just ripped his way through. Patitucci, I believe, making the hit. Painley was there. And Brain.
Yeah, I know, Palmer. That's what I'm trying to say.
Second down and 1. Uniontown right on the verge of taking control of this with the lead here. Under center is Farrell. Handoff goes to McClee, and he's into the end zone easily. Touchdown. So the interception sets up the 2-yard run by Kevin, and McClee gets into the end zone, and Uniontown reclaims the lead. This comes at the 7:07 mark, so they're only 50 seconds apart in scoring here. 2-yard run by McClee. Billy McClee set it up with the interception. And again, they'll go for 2. Farrell under center. Farrell going to go right side, keeps it himself, and he's in. Farrell for 2. And as they go back up the field, South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues with Uniontown leading at 28 to 21. Critical possession again for LH. And boy, off Mike, Jeff and I were talking about what a job that offensive line was doing, and Jeff said he was highlighting a few times on Adam Musica, and he is just having himself a game. Carter in the middle, Musica, Kopney, Kaufman, Carroll, and Langvarski for the interior of that line. They're just nailing people. Here's the kick. This one is down the middle. Trying to get it is Florkovich. He's to the 30. Coming up to the 35. Lowers the shoulder. And he's to the 40. And good field position to start a drive. So it's at the 40-yard line. Chris Petruska doing a nice job squibbing that one downfield. Now LH will have good field position at the 40-yard line. 6:58 to go. Okay, trying to set that offensive line for you. I can see for LH 62 Sean Sumi, JT Stefanik 79. Your center is Dave Pokratsky. And it might be Scott Williams. I'm not sure. I do see a 58 in there, I believe. So we'll try and set them again. So first down and 10 now, LH. Motion now from Brain. Short side motion and a reverse motion now. Back to throw. He's firing upfield. Man is open. Tipped it. Oh, he had him wide open. Just did not get it to him. Brain was behind Farrell by 5 yards. That was 6. No question about it. But give Farrell credit to come back and make the play. Boy, Brain was open. He was wide open behind the secondary, but it passed slightly overthrown, and a nice job by Farrell to come back and tip it. Second down and 10. Powell is out there right now, along with Liptok. Boy, this line has done a nice job. Second down. Handoff goes up inside. Here comes Pinkney, rock and rolling, and on his way to the 40-yard line. He picks up 10, 20 yards on the play before McLee makes the stop. 21 yards on the play, the biggest rushing play by far for LH. Looks like Antoine Cox is checked in for LH right now. Brain will check in, and Cox will come to the sideline. First down and 10, put it at the 39-yard line. Brain comes out here very wide to the left side. On first down, let's see if they run it again. Oh, LH jumped. Dead ball foul, no question. Ball was loose, but I think Humbert got back on it. 6:20 to go. Dead ball, motion, move it back 5. So from first and 10, you go to first and 15. I'm still looking at it off. I can see Stefanik, JT, Sumi 62. I know the center is David Pokratsky, Powell, and I believe Liptok on the right side of the line. As they break, I can see Liptok 53, and I think that's Powell, the right guard. And your tight end is Force. Boy, what a force he has been here tonight. Brain comes wide here to the left side. Clock turning at the 6-minute mark. Over the middle, try to get it to Brain, and threw it a little too high and behind him. Second down now and 15. 5:59 to go, so he has missed on 3 now. The tip pass and the interception, and then the play that Farrell broke down, and then this one here. So he's come out and missed on his first 3. Up over the ball comes center David Pokratsky, wide to the right side. Goes number 3, Santino Sloboda. Here comes a blitz. Back, setting up the screen. He's got it set up. It's dropped. Picked up. They called it a catch. Pinkney going with it down to the 35-yard line. I'll tell you, good effort by Pinkney. He stayed right with it. He dropped the screen and then got to it. So a pickup of 10. Third down and 5. They're in 4-down territory, I would think, at the 5:33 mark. And Humbert will make the call. I think it was a good call by the official. He had the ball. So LH, smart play there by Pinkney as he stayed with it. That was a live ball. Under center is Humbert. This is a big play right now as he completes his first pass of the second half. Pinckney, nice job. Humbert is going to be sacked. Oh, I'll tell you, he had a man open. Brain, look right down here, Jeff. Brain was wide open on the right side, just didn't have enough time. 4th down. Let's see if you go for it or do you kick it. I think LH is going to go for it at the 4:50 mark, 4th down. They're at the 36-yard line. I'll tell you, the way Uniontown's been able to run the football, this makes some sense to me. 28-21, Uniontown leading it by 7, 14 points within a minute. Scored here in the 3rd quarter. Here comes an all-out blitz. And down he goes. McClee, 45-yard line, loss on the play. Boy, I tell you, you knew that was coming. And McClee makes the play and the big sack. So Uniontown now could go rolling up the field here very shortly and really take control of this ball game. The interception set them up in business for a second quick score on McClee's INT, and now they take over on downs at the 45-yard line. Nice job by the officials here today. I'll tell you, Dick Krieger, Jimmy Wood, Kirk Foster, Tom Segman, Ken Milliken, and Randy Schaefer. Time called. Raiders. We'll be right back. So the Raiders have an opportunity here at the 4:25 mark with excellent field position following the sack by McClee on 4th down. LH gambling, going for it. You can't blame him. I mean, Uniontown's just been nigh impossible to stop with this running attack. Under center, handoff. McClee dipping to the outside, steps by Powell. Brain closing up, and no. I tell you, he down the sideline to the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 13. Brain makes the stop with Painley. Back into the lineup will come Bobby Urban, number 71. Stefanik checks out. But his offensive line for Uniontown. Run blocking has just been outstanding. They are just surging off the ball, firing out as a unit, staying low and making that first contact. Oh, they're moving. That's got to be 5 against Uniontown. One of the interior linemen moved, so that'll move him back 5. McClee now, Billy McClee. Is that right, Jeff? 10 for 135. And Kevin McClee, 16 for 145. I tell you, they've got some good bloodlines there. Kevin's dad, I broadcasted when he played down here at Uniontown back in the early 70s, went on to Georgia and played against Tony Dorsett in the championship game. I believe it was 74 when Pitt won the national championship. And Billy McClee was a linebacker down at WVU. Handoff goes up inside, and hanging on is Antoine Cox for a nice hit. So it'll be 2nd down as McClee. LH has got to do something with linebackers, defensive backs, whatever, to come stunning. Kevin McClee now, 26 carries, 177 yards, so 2nd down and 7. Jason Carter under center at the 3:18 mark. I have a feeling if you don't stop him on this drive, the motion really changes the other way. And there's a big hit up inside by McClee, and he's going to be shy of the 1st down. But he's going to bring up 3rd and very short as we play to the 3-minute mark. Time called. We got an injured ball player for LH. And just trying to see who it is, and we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. It was Elias, and to the sideline goes Mike, number 23, the junior linebacker, son of Bill Elias. There's a handoff. McClee just rips through, steps out of 1, steps out of 2. He's at the 10-yard line, and he is inside the 10. They just cannot stop him. Cox makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the 7-yard line, or maybe closer to the 8. So McClee took that one from where? The 32? I'd say picks up about 20 more on the play. I tell you, that offensive line
There's Musique. I just keyed on him, and I tell you, nice play from the backside. Pinckney comes in, backside pursuit with force, and Billy McLeese stopped after a short gain. Well, I'll tell you, not so short, giving from the 7 to about the 4. When you're inside the 10, the 3-yard gain is a big pickup. 2:07 to go. And Jason Carter out over the ball, 28-21, Uniontown leading it with 14 so far here in this third quarter, looking for more. And a handoff McLee, and I don't think he got in. Yes, he did. Touchdown. McLee from 4 yards out. Billy, was that Billy or Kevin? Okay, Kevin McLee. Kevin McLee from 4 yards out. And this one comes at the 150 mark of the third quarter. And this drive was 55 yards, all on the ground, after they stopped LH. LH electing to go for it from inside their own 40. And the 2, Farrell, he lost the football. I don't think he got in. No good. So 34-21, who knows? That could be a very big play. LH down 13 at the 150 mark, and South Union Township Sports Network coverage continues. An opportunity. I want to thank the Laurel Highlands football boosters for their help in sponsoring tonight's game, and also want to thank the fine people at Smith Lewis and Chess Company, located in the Cherry Tree Plaza, also for helping sponsor tonight's game. I want to particularly extend thanks to Bill Mason, who's president of the boosters, and he and his wife Debbie do an awful lot of legwork, as do the people with the Uniontown boosters. Nice crowd on hand, and it's gotten a little quiet right now. Uniontown has taken some control of this game right now, but far from over. LH needs to score on this drive and then make a defensive stand here. There's one down the middle, and this one will go out of bounds. So this one will come out to, I believe, the 40-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 for LH. They will put it in play. And it will come out, I believe, to the 35, maybe the 40-yard line. I don't think you want to kick it again if you're LH. Just take the ball and get the good field position. It's declined, and it's first down. LH will take it at the 35-yard line. So it's a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick if you want. But they'll put it down at the 35-yard line, which gives you pretty good field position. So first down and 10 now, Humbert, who has completed well over 200 yards here tonight. What, 240? 246 now, and Sloboda goes wide to the right side. Pokratsky's done a nice job as the center comes in. Beside him is Sumi. Powell's the left guard. Liptok and JT rolling to the right. And floating it out here, and it's intercepted and out of bounds. Good play by Farrell. I tell you, they're getting some heat on him now, and they're forcing him to scramble. And when he's scrambling like that, tough to throw the deep pattern. Good play by Farrell. That secondary was torched in the first half, but they have played well here in this second half. Farrell, Jenkins back there, Chris Jacobs, Todd Jackson. Also number 11, Joe David, has played on the corner. And see who we got. There's David right now. He is back there as one of the safeties, now moves up as a linebacker. Now they go to the gun. So first time we've seen the shotgun here. Give him a little more time maybe. And what do we got? We got a delay of game. I think this one will be a mark-off against LH of 5 for delay of game, I would think. And that's the call from Dick Krieger, am I right? So a 5-yard mark-off. So nothing going well for LH here. And it started with that drive when Uniontown moved it right down the field with the second half kickoff. And then took control of this thing with 2 more touchdowns after an interception, and then driving it after LH gambled on 4th down.
So Sloboda, who has been quiet for a while, Brain goes out here wide now to the right side. And they retreat out of the gun and send Nathan Force in motion. Reverse motion now, sets back. Firing upfield, has his man open. Oh, overthrew Brain in a foot race downfield with with number 19, Chris Jacobs, and he was open, but the ball just floated to the outside. 3rd down and 15 now. This game very quickly could get out of hand if LH has to punt. Uniontown goes right back down the field and scores. And I tell you, with that line they've got, wow. Out over the football. Now comes Dave Pokratsky. The offensive line for LH has done a tremendous job pass protecting tonight. I think they've only got 2 Humbert, maybe 3 times. Now they're coming on a blitz. Here's McLee, and he fires. He might get a grounding call. Did he throw the flag? I tell you, Florkovich was near there. There's a flag. And McLee coming with the blitz right now. And do they wave it off? I thought I saw Florkovich near the area. Let's see. Okay, there's the grounding call, and that's a mark off and a loss of down. So LH will, going in reverse, will have to punt now. So 1:31 to go, and that brings up 4th down. That should be a 5-yard mark off. And there it goes back to the 15. Now LH will have to kick this one out of here. It should be a loss of down, and it is. Waiting for the hands behind the head signal from Dick Krieger. So from the 15, Elias will kick this one away. Justin Lucky comes out as one of the cover men. Good snap. Very high, but very, very short. And it's down by number 43, Justin Lucky, at the 40. So the Raiders take over 1st down and 10 on John Kazarek with Jerry Dupay. And South Union Township Sports Network coverage bringing you the Uniontown LH game. And we'll have soccer action, I believe, Wednesday night at LH and Mount Lebanon soccer. And then, of course, we'll be on the road next Friday. We'll have LH and Plum, and then LH and Ringgold the following week. Uniontown on the road next week against West Mifflin. That'll be a good one. And a little reverse counter, and here comes a big hole, and ripping it ahead comes McLee. He's got to be up around 200 yards now. Tackled by Strange and Downs. And they'll start the clock at the 1:16 mark. Close to 200 now. Charleroi Monessen coming up after this on CUTV. There's the handoff of McLee, and he's down to the 15-yard line, and he's got another 1st down. Tail of the tape here. Talked with Ted Musica before the ball game, and he made no bones about it. He thought that Uniontown was going to be able to run the ball. They may not be able to pass the ball that well, but with that big line, and it's an experienced, athletic, strong line. And there's an example of it right there. Touchdown, number 30, Kevin McLee goes in standing up with 39 seconds to go. And what a quarter they have had. 39.9 seconds to go in the 3rd. And that run came from, what, the 15? So McLee, 15-yard run by Kevin, makes it now a 40-21 ball game. Farrell looks out, going to go for a pair here. They run the option a lot from this inside handoff up inside to Billy McLee. And I'm going to tell you right now, you talk about second effort, he's in. Billy McLee for 2. And as they go back up the field to score, Uniontown 42, LH 21. Teeing it up will be Chris Petruska, and I tell you that the air has gone out of the LH bubble or balloon, if you will, because 4 touchdowns in this quarter. What was a 21-14, I believe, lead, wasn't it? At the half, 21-14. Uniontown is just dead out dominators, picked up by downs, 30, 35, 40, good field position. And LH now with 34 seconds to go, trailing it by the count of 42-21. Put it down at the 41-yard line, and a very quiet crowd now. It was a raucous crowd in the first half when we had a heck of a ball game in the start of the third quarter, but Uniontown has pretty much quieted this crowd with 4 unanswered touchdowns here in the third quarter. And with 34 seconds to go, motion coming. Let's see if LH elects to run with it, and they do. Get it up inside, and a loose ball, and as I almost said, they may not be done yet in this quarter, and just as I thought it, LH turns it over. Kevin McClee with the cover. And 28 seconds to go. What a defense. You just getting pounded now by that line, and they need a break. And we were hoping to see a nice controlled drive by LH. Take some time off the clock. 28 seconds to go. Here comes Uniontown again. LH playing the 5-man front. Option, left side Farrell, turns up, goes left, goes right, dips inside, dips outside, gives ground, and stays on his feet. Amazing play, and he is finally hammered down, but not before he picks up big yardage to the 28-yard line. That's an individual highlight play there by Carl Farrell, making the hit. I think it was number 70, Billy Solomon. And time called. I don't know if that's Farrell down. We'll be right back. Here's a look at Carl Farrell coming to the sideline under his own power, and he's okay. And checking in right now will be Eric Sampson. Saw Jimmy here earlier. He and Francine, I'm sure, watching the game, and this will be the final play. Sampson. Handoff up inside, and what do we got? We got a whistle. What was the flaw? There's a flag. Okay. There was a flag. Dead ball procedure against the Raiders. So that'll move him back 5. And Sampson will give way to Farrell. So good job as he gets his baptism of fire. And that'll do it. We've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Uniontown 42, LH 21. We get ready to roll as we move now to the fourth quarter. Here's McClee starting the fourth quarter just as he did wrap up the last quarter, and he picks up some yardage. Do want to thank all the fine people down here. Dr. Darrell Uphold, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Richard Constantine, Administrative Assistant here, Pete Bozich, the Principal, Merity Greenleaf, Director of Education, Floyd Yeho, the Business Manager, and John Fortuna. Boy, he's been such a big help to us through the years. Athletic Director and Head Coach. Also want to thank Rob Smalley, Director of Buildings and Grounds, for making sure we're all set up back here. Farrell back, Farrell to throw. Farrell steps out of one sack, fires. Was he over the line? He was not. Touchdown to the back of the end zone. He hits Jacobs for the score. Boy, I thought he was real close to the line of scrimmage. And as he approached the line of scrimmage, he fired a bullet to the back of the end zone. So Jacobs with the catch. Jacobs from Farrell. And a great throw. Boy, threw that on a rope. A frozen rope there makes it 48-21. Comes at the 11:15 mark of the fourth. And they go for the two up inside. McLee, did he get there? He did. McLee for two. And that makes it now a 50-21 game. What was 21-13, 21-14 at the half. Wow, they have really poured it on here. That's 36 unanswered points, 5 touchdowns. And we'll be right back. Petruska will tee it up, and LH right now just shell-shocked. The Raiders have scored 36 unanswered points in just 45 seconds, over a quarter. You don't like to beat a dead horse, but that offensive line, and I'll tell you, someone else we keep forgetting is Leonard, the fullback. He's done a great job. Here comes LH. There's a flag. Downs, who's done more returns here tonight than the deep men, brings that one up, but we got a flag at the 30-yard line. So this may send LH even further back. Because normally you see that flag on a return, it's against the return team. So no indication yet. Dick Krieger will sort things out with his crew. And it's against LH. So they'll drop this one back from the 28 to probably the 14 if it's a clip. And Uniontown, very shortly, I would think, would be getting some backline people in for two reasons. Number one, your varsity has, your starting lineup has done its job, and they have showed what they're capable of doing. They need a break. You want to get them out there before anyone gets hurt. I think that's paramount. Number two, you want to get some defensive people from your second unit to get some quality time. So LH back at the 17-yard line, and Humbert leads them out. Humbert under center. Humbert's going to hand it off. Here's Florkovich, and he's out to the 25 for a nice pickup of about 7. .10:51 to go. Clock is running. And the David boys, Joe and Allen, combine on the stop. 50-21 with 10:39 to go. LH probably, that 20-yard run by Pinckney and that one there, probably up around maybe 25 yards rushing. Under center now comes your quarterback, Matt Humbert. Boy, he's had a great game here tonight. He's going to roll right, has some pressure coming, fires it upfield. Nathan Force, 35, 40, and he has got Carl Farrell hanging on. Complete for the first down. Force picking up good yardage, takes that one from the 25 to the 40 in a 15-yard pickup. Force has had himself a game here tonight. 115 yards on 5 catches and 3 touchdowns. It's at the 40. LH, as we hit the 10-minute mark, trailing 50-21. Humbert under center. I think he's close to 300 yards now. Oh, flinch on the right side, yeah. Look, one of the offensive linemen flinched before the snap. That'll be a 5-yard. And one lineman flinched and another lineman pulled too quickly. Into the lineup will come number 56, Jerry Powell. Pokratsky, Sumi, Powell, Liptok, JT. They've done a great job pass blocking here today, but Uniontown, with that big, strong defensive line and linebackers, they have really done the job shutting the running game down. First and 15. Little slant to Brain. Nice step move, 50. And Carl Farrell will knock him out of bounds, but a good catch by Brain. And a pickup of 10. 22 yards on the play and another first down. So heating it up a little bit on this drive. Here's the signal from the bench. Plays are called in from up above here with Billy Beener, who's right in front of us. And the hand signals in from the sideline. Humbert under center. Going to hand it off left side. Here comes Florkovich. Dips in, dips out. He's got a big hole. Still on his feet. And he is down to the 20-yard line. Stopped by David. Number 75 with some pursuit also from Dillard. And 54, Harry Kaufman's on that front wall now. Big gain by Florkovich. Takes it 10, 20 yards, I believe, right? About 24 on the play. So out over the ball comes David Pokratsky. So on this drive, some nice success with the running game. Under center at the 9-minute mark. Handoff will go again to Florkovich. And I tell you, getting a wicked hit there as he was held up was Mike Langvarski. Lowered the shoulder. 75 Dillard also there, and McClee was there. So 2nd and 10 as we go to the 8:40 mark. I want to remind you, Charleroi and Monessen coming up. Into the lineup comes number 31, Greg Leonard. Number 62, Jason Carter. Out of the lineup comes Musica. Boy, he's just done a super job, that whole offensive line. 8:24 to go. Under center, rolling right, looking for Brain, setting, firing. Oh, we might get a flag here. Nope, incidental contact. Force was tripped as he hit the deck. Thought you might get a tripping call, but the officials with a good call said they got their feet tangled up. It was incidental, and that brings up 3rd and long. Boy, the pressure that was non-existent in the first half, allowing Humbert to sit back in there and fire at will, has really come from everywhere here in the second half, and they have forced Humbert at times to run for his life. Key to this play was the interception at the after Uniontown had scored to pull within 1. Pass over here, complete. Here's Brain. He's to the 10, to the 5, to the 4-yard line. Great play there by Brain. Billy McClee's interception really set it up. Down to the 8-minute mark now. They're inside the 5. Put it down there, first down. And goal to go. Jeff, has he hit 300 yet? Got to be very close to it, if not over it. Yeah, 240 some. We get him a 298. We might round that up. And let's see, there's a hole left side for Florkovich. He darts into the end zone. Touchdown. So Flo got in for the score. I'll tell you what, Florkovich showing some liveliness on this drive. Snaps in and gets the touchdown at the 7:37 mark. 5-yard run. And what do we got? We got a whistle down below. LH going to go for 2, I'm sure. They're going to move it to the hash mark on the left side. 50-27 is your score. It's a high scoring affair. What you'd need would be several onside kicks to get back in this thing. And out over the ball comes Pokratsky. Back, pump, throwing. Got him. Boy, these receivers don't drop anything. I'm going to tell you, great catch by Brain to make it 50-29. We'll be back. I'm sure LH is going to onside kick it as they move it to the right hash mark. Bobby Kale. Not going to be a post-game show. We just want to get it to CUTV for their ball game quickly. And, oh, he tries to hit a dead spot. Oh, he tried to float it down. I thought for sure that onside it. LH had 12 on the field, and at the last second, Justin Lucky stepped off, so no penalty. I thought for sure it would be an onside. He was just trying to pop it over and hit a little dead spot and then maybe get a bounce. So Farrell's still out there with 7:37 to go. Off the bench comes Neil Kelly to step in. Jason Carter comes out over the football. Here's McLee, right side. Oh, nice tackle. Coming up is Antoine Cox. He'll come up and he'll hit you. Boy, he really closed the gap in a hurry. 7:24 to go, gain of 2. Well, I like the way he hits. Cox has made a couple of fine tackles like that tonight. He closes fast, and he hits low. You cannot hit ball carriers like the McLees, Kevin and Billy, up high. You've got to shoot around the knees and the ankles. You got to come quick, and that was a nice job. Farrell under center. Farrell. Handoff up inside, and they stop at that time. Goes to McLee, and making the hit was Josh Reed. He's been there for several times. My son Jeff informs me that the two McLees have combined for 408 yards. 200 apiece on an average, but I think 245 for Kevin and 163 for Billy. There's an option. They try and string it out. You got to close, and they do this time. Elias with a nice job. Michael closing it, and that brings up 4th down at the 42-yard line. I would think you punt, John Fortuna. What do you think? So 3 and out possibly here for the first time tonight. Let's see if they elect to go for it. I don't think they're going to punt it. 6:04, 6:03 to go. So they're going to go for it. Unless they're not punting. LH has some people, punt team coming on, punt team coming off. And they'll go for it. Do we get the timeout? Just before, they might have had 12 on the field. We'll be right back. To go. Uniontown will go for it as Carter leads them out. And LA, oh, did they get in the neutral zone? They did. And LH, let's see what the call is. Uniontown, LH pointing to the ball as if the ball was moved. But I think this is against LH, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, we talked about how blitzing against a run attack can help you at times, not only blitzing against passing formations, but running. And they tried to blitz that time, but they got into the neutral zone. I still say you have to blitz. You can't sit back on your heels. And there's a handoff, and this might be Jackson. Let's see, who is this? Yeah, it is, Todd Jackson. So that'll make Tony feel real good. So a gain of about 8. Todd, just a junior, so he's going to have some big shoes to fill next year, but they do have Leonard coming back. They do have Billy McLee coming back. And if you throw Jackson into that mix and possibly your quarterback next year, Eric Sampson, they're going to have some players next year. 2nd down and about 8. Handoff, and Leonard coming through with a big hole. I tell you, this big guy has been a stud blocking here tonight. He's led the way several times. Timeout on the field. Injured ball player will be right back. Leonard shaken up on the last play. Clock turning at 4:55. And making the hit is Clay on the carry. Stopped by 58, Scott Williams and Elias. So that first unit defensively is just staying out there for LH. Second and 12. Ball back at the 36-yard line. down to 417. And LH coming with the blitz now. They go it on a reverse to D.R. Jenkins. D.R. for the corner, and there's Cox again with a nice hit. Ball loose, and I think LH has it. Nice play by Cox. He created it, and who's on it? Might be Scott Williams, 58. So LH will get it back, or 56 maybe for LH, Jerry Powell. So LH gets it at the 25-yard line with 4:03 to go. And put it down at the 24-yard line, and LH trailing it by 21. They would love to throw one deep here and get on the boards again. First down and 10, and Uniontown in a little confusion asked for timeout, and we'll be back. First down and 10 now, LH after the timeout at the 23-yard line. And Sloboda is out here one-on-one coverage. 505 yards rushing. Oh, there's a shake and go. He's open if he can get it to him. Sloboda's got him. He's in behind the secondary, and a big pass completion to the 42-yard line. Boy, he got in behind the secondary and got behind Chris Jacobs. And that play from the 23-yard line, 10, 20, 30, about 35 yards. Uniontown has rushed for 505 yards here, and LH has thrown for over 300. So 3:53 to go. Here's Sloboda out here all alone again, and he'll work again against Chris Jacobs. Back, looking, roll. He's got a man open downfield, hangs it up, and dropped. Almost intercepted by Farrell. I tell you, running for his life that time. Humbert couldn't get enough on the ball. Looked like Brain was coming open. So at the 3:36 mark, Farrell breaks it down. Looks like rain has started again. Am I right? Yeah, you can see the umbrellas coming up. I tell you, this three-pronged receiver attack, Brain, Sloboda, and Force. What is the yardage total right now, unofficially, Jeff? 332 yards passing. Unbelievable. 505 yards rushing for the Raiders. So from the gun, just the second time we've seen this one. Snaps a good one. Little draw. Goes to Pinckney, and he will be stopped by Harry Kaufman. Third down at the 3:27 mark. So let's get some stats as we wrap this thing up here shortly. On the night, you've got passing. You have Humbert. What do we got him for? 332 yards. Sloboda has 6 catches now for 101 yards. Brain has 111, 5 catches for Brain, and he's right up near 100. And Nathan Force has 5 catches for 115 yards. From the gun again on 3rd and 8. Little fake, and a handoff goes up inside to Pinckney again, and he's down to the 35-yard line with 2:43 to go. So LH, 4th down and 2 at the 2:32 mark. Crowd starting to file out of here. The LH band across the way getting ready. Nathan Force led the way for LH with 3 touchdown catches here tonight. And Florkovich has a 5-yard run. For Uniontown, it's been the Kevin McLee and Billy McLee show. Handoff will get the first down. So Florkovich pounds it to the 30. So LH now keeps it on the ground. Want to remind you, Wednesday night we'll have soccer for you. And on Sunday night next week, we'll have LH and Plum. I don't think you're going to see a better running attack all year long than this one. I'll tell you, Uniontown has not only the backs, but they've got the horses up front. Pump fake, firing up over the middle for Sloboda, and it's tipped and off. Oh, Sloboda took a shot to the helmet, but he's up. Boy, these receivers are tough. Minute 40 to go. So don't forget, if you're watching this Saturday afternoon, we've got a replay coming Sunday night at 6. I want to thank Jerry Dupay again for the fine job he's done. I want to thank my son Jeff, a 1996 Laurel Highlands graduate, for his help in compiling some very accurate stats for us here today. It's been an offensive show, but Uniontown's superior strength along the line eventually proved to be the difference. Back to throw. There's Sloboda again, and he's got a first down to the 19-yard line, hit by De'Aaron Jenkins. So LH is going to go down punching. I'll tell you that right now. They're at the 19. They're going to take their shot to the end zone. There's no question about that. So Nathan Force checks in. Humbert now sends Pokratsky out over the football. LH will take some lessons out of this. They've just got to get a little tougher defensively. Rolling right, firing short, and he's got his man. Santino, touchdown! Sloboda gets in there. His first touchdown of the year, and LH has closed it to 50-35. It's now 15. I tell you, that's got to put him up, I'd say, near 400 yards in passing right now. This is a very respectable score right now. 50, what is it? 362 unofficially. So LH will go for the 2. And I think John Fortuna can't be real happy with this pass defense, to say the least. And I think he's got to be a little upset here on the last couple of possessions when LH has moved the ball pretty smartly down the field against the first team unit, too. Humbert back, looking, setting, firing, incomplete. So 50-35 at 1:13 to go. We'll be right back. Robert Kill will onside kick it. And we do want to remind you that South Union Township Sports Network coverage is always brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rock Koval, and Tom Frankhauser, Charter Communications under the direction of Jim Corwin, and of course CUTV and our main man there, Mr. J.R. Wheeler. And reminding you about CUTV, Monessen and Charleroi coming up here momentarily. The onside, and there's a little squib, and it is picked up by Uniontown and returned by number 25, Billy McLeod. So they had the insurance team out there, the all-hands people. So let's just hope right now that John just sends his ball club a couple of snaps to their knee, and we can get on out of here. Congratulations to John Fortuna and the Uniontown staff on a big win here tonight. Also a good effort by Coach Jack Beener and his squad. Into the lineup now for Uniontown comes Alan David, number 42. Oh, Eric Sampson is in right now. And he'll hand it off up inside. And surging for some yardage comes 42, Alan David. Bobby Irvin made the stop. Second down. Sampson will get his third snap of the night, and this could be the final play here. I tell you, Carter's still out there. Boy, that offensive line was the story here tonight. Here's Sampson. And a handoff to Jackson, and he's going to be hit down. Initially there, penetrating was Scott Russell. I think I saw an 89 there. So it's down to 13 seconds, and that's going to do it. Stay tuned. Monessen and Charleroi coming up. I'm John Kazarick with Jerry Dupay and Jeff Kazarick from Uniontown, bidding you a very pleasant good evening. The final score, Uniontown 50, LH 35. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.